you know, in any station that we're trying to do with Affinity Extra, we see the importance of music in terms of having a voice. And on a very few times in the UK, you know, I have to salute Green Jade. They did. I have to salute the early sound systems where they clashed with culture. They clashed. They put up a voice against what they thought was incorrect, you know, against black people, and we just don't have that voice right now. We don't have a good enough and a strong enough voice, loud voice, and we want to have a platform that has a voice in many arenas, and it helps people of color to have a go-to point with a spiritual heart in it, you know, because I think that we all love people, we all care about people, we all want best for people, but it just gets to a stage now where you've been beaten and battered, and it comes there where you say no more, absolutely no more. And I've seen a few videos and I've seen a few comments about the unfortunate what's kicking off in America. It was focusing on this young youth has a criminal record, you know. I just want to emphasize that a few weeks before we saw people shooting and murdering multiple people while the gun is hot. They're being handcuffed out and not shot dead. You cannot. This is not about deciding an individual officer is racist. I'm not saying every individual officer in the police force is racist, and this is a US and a UK problem, and certain systems that have been set up around the world, yeah, by I know a lot of people call it white supremacy, you know. I say keep it real. There is a bit out there, out there like that, and it's not even a bit. It is out there like that, because reality show is this: from when you are 10 times more likely to end up in prison just because you're black. We are not all crime lords. Get that out of your head. But we've been put out there like that, and that's in the US and UK. Just because you may not see the shootings that we see in America by police officers over here, trust me, guys, I've seen some things. I remember last year, lockdown started. Somebody's working shit. Some police officer stopped a guy. He looked like he was, you know when someone's a bit giddy and a bit all over the place, and maybe he was slightly dangerous. Before we knew it, and my brethren was recording it on story mode. I couldn't believe it. Before he done it, what happened? You had about 9-10 police cars were there, whatever, just for one black man. And you're thinking, this brother's not getting out of this situation easy. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he's black. So it happens in the UK as well as the US. So anyone who thinks that it's a US problem. Listen, guys, it's re-education time. It's re-education. Re-education is, just because you might not use a gun doesn't mean incarcerating youngsters at a mass level is legit. Oh, is this not shot? No, not at all. So for me, guys, it's really important for us to realize that, you know what, we need to look at the facts. It's okay. I'm seeing some people go on their social media. I've seen one today. Oh, the facts are this, the facts are that. The facts are there. The statistics are there. A third of black Americans have got a record. Is that because we're all criminals? No. It's because people go out their way to charge us. Everybody, that's a fact. Over here, it's the same thing. And when I say over here, UK anyway, so this is how we do it, yeah? So for me, guys, I really want us to have a great look at ourselves, that you know what, the reality of the situation is that we cannot be comfortable how things are. As a Christian, especially, whatever colour you are, is better good enough? No. If people are still dying, people are still entrapped. I've said this before my show. I just want to say this in response to some people thinking that they can point out the criminal record of these. Listen, there were some criminal records the other day. Listen, there's a case last week. A young guy got killed, and I don't want to go into no details. And people with record who are not black are getting away with getting handled by police in Birmingham. But I don't want to go into the case because somebody died from that, a black person. But nobody wants to talk about that. But that's just Roger, you know, just keeping it real and just putting out the truth, how I see it as a caring black person who has got to a stage now for pacifying it. I got to a stage of being a better man and taking the licks. It's got to a stage where I'm going, no. Because you know what? If they just continue carrying on oblivious, you have to stand up and say, yo, bro, it's not happening. It's not right. Whether I've got a nice house, which I, you know, my house is blessed, you know, but it ain't nothing special. Whether I move out into the big sticks and have the biggest mansion, I cannot forget where I come from. And that's what we do too often. Forget where we come from and don't fight for the marginalised. And that is specific for black Christians in the UK. My challenge is to you, have we forgot our people and what they're suffering? Because you know what, we're going to heaven, so it's all good. We can ignore the pain of what's going on in that community. Oh, it's fictitious. Don't get fooled, guys. It's real. It is real. Do check out that Roger Van Marina show, because we touch on some subjects when it comes to football. Also, just a vibe. It's getting, guys. You know, I don't want to get to a stage where it's gonna be open up war going on. We don't want that. We want people to be understand. We want people to be educated. But what I'm finding is people are trying to burn down the past history and pretend like it never happened. It happened. I'm a Moor. Moor's not my name. It's my slave stamp handed down to me from my grandparents. So sorry, people. You can't hide from it. You got millions of black people named after the slave masters. So this is Roger. As you can see, I'm passionate about this anyway. So yeah, but you know what? I'm done stunned about it. But this is Roger here on the Lift Show, lifting things up, but lifting reality up in the air. Because I like, guys, listen. This is what it is, man. This is what it is, man.